What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself, from fuck all these motherfuckers saying in 3.5 minutes the internet will crash.
No, I'm laughing because I'm like, so what intro are we going with today?
Well, that's the intro.
Yeah.
Who said that? You're thinking
This is me.
Well, that's the new intro.
No, you're like.
Oh,
I feel like every week you start it off like you're gonna start your video, and you're like,
I don't know what else. Hold on, let's do it again. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself from Vaping with Thesis. That's right. God bless it. Now look. Oh my God, dude, we just whisper it together. We're adorable. We're fucking super cuties. So you guys, we are back after 6 months.
I was gonna say it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, Rocky's like, I hate it.
So it seems like it's been forever, but not really, because we were literally just here last week.
Kinda. I mean, kinda. Technically, last week I stayed up later than I do on most TMD nights. So it's like 2 o'clock with the militia. With that being said, you guys, tonight's episode is brought to you by EMB. What?
There's a pool for how long the internet's gonna last.
Hey, I want a part of that pool.
I was just gonna say, does that mean we get in on it too?
Yeah, I feel like we should have a part of that pool. So tonight's episode is brought to you by EMB. Shop EMB Bop Bomb, Boot Bomb Mode, Barrage 35, gets you 35% off your order of $50 and more. With that said, my Ninja Monks, we're gonna move on to shoutouts, because I'm during that whole time of that intro, you would have expected me to have been sharing the link. I simply was so excited about the intro, I forgot to share the link.
You did not.
Yep. Which is the whole reason behind us having that intro now.
That intro,
so I worked very hard on it.
Still taken care of.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What did you guys think? Be honest with me.
Ray said he felt like he needed some popcorn.
Really? I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought it was great.
Thank you.
The only thing is, the whole time I'm like this.
Well, we could turn we could turn the audio off on our end, and everyone else could still hear it. The thing is, though, I was called a level 2 streamer today, which is just one notch above a phone streamer.
Oh,
and then a level.
I don't know that that's the case. But...
No, but like no one knows how inhibited we are because of the internets.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
I was so I spent 8 hours on that intro today, but it's a thesis instead of 8 hours. It's a Nas instead of 8 hours. So I was also researching QAnon on YouTube for like a solid
8 hours.
8 hours simultaneously, and I was giggling to myself about all these conspiracy theories. But what I realized during the whole time of researching this whole QAnon bullshit.
What are you researching?
QAnon. So Q is this, which you think that there would be in terms of all the creativity. Q is the dude from Mike. Q, help me out. Who's Q again? He's a movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, Q from is it from Charlie's Angels?
Q?
James Bond? Someone who comes up with gadgets.
Yeah, he was the dude from James Bond.
Boom. Thank you so much.
But I wouldn't talk about that because the people have been getting bounced off of YouTube for talking about it.
Right. That's right.
Is it like a trigger word or something?
Yeah. You know what, guys?
The algorithm fucks with it.
You guys can talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the militia. But I'll talk about it like this. We'll call it.
I've been on that all week.
Yeah, and it's just because it's a trigger word, that I've heard now for a year. But let me just kind of I got to make fun of it a little bit. So this person with that letter is also in James Bond, who comes out with these gadgets, right? Like the inside guy. And so this dude started putting these cryptic drops on Reddit, basically, and 4chan and shit. And all these people are adding their own meaning to whatever he said. The purple is sky today. And they'll fucking break it down to where the word purple means this whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But they've basically formed these are my words, no one said this, but a religion based on this. That's how seriously they believe in it. And I was like looking for substance. I go into every conspiracy theory. I go into every situation with a super open mind, super open mind. And the moment they said that someone finally found out who this person was, it was some failed movie writer from New Jersey. I was like, oh, okay.
You'll have to tell me more about it later.
Yeah. That's really all there is. That's
anyway.
What I've got out of it. Anyway, babe, you want to do some shout outs?
Yeah. We've got a lot of chat in here already. Hobeg says ... Hi, Hobeg.
Hi, Hobeg.
Instantly, I was like, where's he been?
Yeah, where's Hobeg been?
We've got Wyatt, Twisted, Mixed Up, Chris Vapes, Mike, Jason, Randy, Ray, Ron, John Q, David, Allie, Georgia Boy, and Amy.
Amy, Las Vegas. Bam. All right, I just posted that shit.
So a lot has happened since the last time. So I'm sure a lot of you are aware we haven't been live since the week before Christmas. So we've gone through the entire Christmas vacation, New Year's vacation, and an additional week. We actually have quite a bit that we could talk about if we wanted to, or not talk about it if we don't want to.
That's literally what we're doing.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I'm sure at this point, like, Christmas is just not on people's radar anymore. Like, that was a long time ago.
It's still on my radar. Like, I had a blast.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
It was good.
New Year's was the most uneventful and most fun.
Yeah.
Christmas I've had, or New Year's I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
I was also the soberest I've ever been.
Yep.
Like
not even one drink.
In fact, I was so sober, I had both hands on the wheel, speaking to the militia within Zoom. It was Saturday.
Thursday.
No, it's Thursday. Because in my head, Zooms always take place on Saturday. It was Thursday, and we actually had a really big Zoom that night. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
No, go you ahead.
We can't jump the gun. We got to rewind a little bit before we jump quite into that.
Yes. Now, with that said, I got to give big ups to Lost Vape. If you guys haven't watched that Lost Vape drama video, go watch that shit. They resent out the Gruss, and they sent out the Urus. The Ursa.
Ursula?
Ursula. The Urs. Mandy, stop. Let me get me fucked up.
Because she is like the devil in Little Mermaid. She's the villain, not the devil. She's the villain in the Little Mermaid.
What does that have?
Ursula.
It's Ursa.
All right.
I guess. Well, Lost Vape was the devil a couple of weeks ago, and then they were not the devil. They sent this out. It's fantastic.
Is it?
It's legit like one of the most amazing sets of flavors I've ever gotten out of a mesh coil in general. Listen to how open this is.
So can I just like, I don't know what you would like speak from the devil, the devil's advocate. Are you just saying that because they're sending you more products because you called them out?
That's what I was worried about last night.
Yeah.
No, I really was.
Yeah.
I was worried. I was like, I don't want anyone to think that.
That's why I said it.
Thank you for saying that. No, the answer is no. Now, the reason why I want, you know what? Let me be devil's advocate and say, you feel that every component.
I like the snakeskin stuff.
Yes, alligator skin. Look at that. Look at the quality. Listen to this click. I don't like the way that it seats back in. I hate the way that it seats back in. It's not all roses and blowjobs, guys. Ready? Hear that click? Pop it out. The problem is, I don't know.
Oh, it's like trying to put cross-country shoes into the skis.
Yeah, precisely. You would know that.
Terrible.
We'll get into that in a sec. But everything is just flawlessly machined.
It looks nice. I don't know much.
Well,
but
feel it.
Nice.
Feel it. Just feel it with your hands.
Yeah.
With your own two.
Oh, it's really
knuckles.
heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's much heavier than I thought it would.
Gavel sound. I give a judgment, and I'm gonna say this thing is top notch so far.
Watch the review if you want to know more.
Yeah, but all I was saying was shout out to fucking Lost Vape. If you guys haven't watched that video, see, this is why I don't like the click.
So we can do a quick recap of Christmas. I don't feel like there's a whole lot for us to talk about.
It was pretty uneventful,
Christmas.
actually.
Yeah, we did still go see my dad for Christmas Eve, which is always like our big.
Yeah,
it's like our big Christmas thing we do. So we still went and did that with my dad. Christmas Day, I was hungover, and so I napped twice and didn't get out of my pajamas.
Were you?
Yes.
Did I drive home? Benny drove home.
Yes.
So we've got our buddy Benny drove us home.
We can just call him our brother.
Brother Ben.
Yeah.
We drove home.
But anyway, yeah, he drove us home.
And then I had to build a go-kart. 2 of them.
Yes.
1.5 of them.
Yes. Because they got hoverboard attachments for Christmas for my dad. So we had to build them at midnight when we got home on Christmas Eve.
I forgot how late. We were up late as fuck.
Right.
And I was super horny, and I remember smelling bad and like just sweaty.
Because it's always so hot at my dad's house.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So sweaty.
I don't know why the fuck.
With the window open, the doors
people who
open.
have the heat on and whistlers.
Yeah.
Those two people are like my least favorite human beings. Not generally. I just least favorite characteristics of people. I've got a lot of bad.
Anyway.
Okay. I've got a lot of bad characteristics. I'll tell you what I won't do is whistle or ever have the heat on at 1,000.
Yeah. Yes, that's actually very true. Christmas Day, like I said, I was hungover. I napped twice, didn't get out of my pajamas. Boys opened their presents, did their thing. We went and looked at lights afterwards, ate frozen pizza for dinner because we couldn't get Chinese food.
I was so upset. You guys don't know how upset. If you want to see somebody angry, it's me when I can't get a hold of Chinese food when I was promised Chinese food.
We couldn't find one that was open. We tried like 4 or 5 different places. We couldn't find one that was open. So we had frozen pizza. And then
Did we have frozen pizza?
we had frozen pizza for dinner. And then
That was cool with it?
yeah.
Oh, but the next day I was upset.
The next day you were mad.
Yeah.
So we had Chinese food for Nacho's birthday for dinner. That's when we made up for our Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my mom, we went out to my sister's house and I had a sledding party later on that weekend, which was fun. It was cold as fuck, but the kids played outside all night.
Did I go with that one?
Huh?
Did I go to that one?
Yes. At my sister's?
Yes, I did.
Played Yahtzee?
Oh, absolutely.
And the kids played outside. It was like fucking freezing. With one of our nephew is like 3, 4, and we were out in the garage and he wanted to come in and he's got like Carhartt snow pants on. And I had to pick him up under his armpit so Nas could pull him down. And then his snow pants just like stayed
their shape.
in
They were that frozen.
form. That's how cold it was. But they don't care.
That's when shit gets interesting, is after Christmas, you guys.
And then after Christmas, I went back to work. The kids were just like off. And do you want to tell the story about how we got there, or do you want me to tell it?
Go quick.
So this is the version I've been telling. I'm sure you're gonna be really mad, and there's gonna be things you're gonna correct me about. But when I tell the story, this is how I tell it. So you've always been into RC cars.
Yep.
Because I always have to I feel like when I just say what happened, people are like, what?
Yeah.
So I have to
No, I've had to explain it too.
story it a little bit. So Nas has been into RC cars since before we met.
I was 12. Yeah.
And I look like I have a lazy eye right now. Look at this one. Looks like it's lazy.
I'll put our monitor over here then.
Look at it.
Whoa, what the
Looks
fuck
like I
is
have a lazy eye. I think it's my eyelashes. My eyelashes are all
That's
funky.
pretty cute.
Anyway,
Look at my forearms.
and-
I'm murdering these bitches.
2 years ago, so he had spent all this time and money rebuilding and building and all of these things. And it got stolen out of the garage. Like straight out of the garage.
So it was a bitchin' motherfucker.
And the thing is, like,
it's a fifth scale 2-stroke gasoline RC car.
it's not like you can just like pick it up and hide it under your jacket.
No, it's roughly, it's almost 3 foot. It's
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
31
say.
inches, 32 inches, and then another 14 inches wide. It's like 2-stroke, like it's a small go-kart. Like I could pull my kids, both kids in a wagon at the same time, no problem. But I spent it wasn't even the money. It's not the money. It's there's parts that the model is now discontinued. It's a HPI Baja.
Yes.
Right. But I built it essentially from scratch. I purchased it and then part by part fucking got custom machine parts in Britain at a carbon fiber machine shop.
Yes.
Shit like that. Stuff that I cannot get anymore.
Yes.
I simply cannot get. So it's not the $3,000 gone to the wind. It's the fact that I just can't get those parts.
Yes. And so during this whole pandemic, both of us, I feel like, have been talking about how we need to find a hobby. Like during the summertime, we're outside, we're working in the yard, and then we started doing the basement.
We don't do anything.
No, if we don't have a project going on, you should see what we do during the day. We're just sitting at the table in the basement.
And that's it.
On our phones. Just I do a couple loads of laundry.
Yeah, record a video and then that's it.
But so both of us have been
need to do something.
we need to find something. I bought a sewing machine. I haven't done much with
And
it
you're
yet,
amazing at it.
I haven't done much with it yet, but
She's amazing at it. She just fucking buys a sewing machine. Who buys a sewing machine and then all of a sudden is
I
good
know,
at
but
it?
it's in my blood.
Because you're a woman?
That kind of thing. No, it's just there's I feel like people who know how to do those things, it's
Passed down.
yeah, it's just something that's
Did you
in
see
your
your mom
genes.
sewing growing up?
My dad
In
actually.
your jeans. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I didn't actually. No, it's actually my dad and my grandma. My dad and his mom.
Your dad
Yeah,
sews?
yeah. Yeah, my dad and his
Oh,
mom.
shit. I guess he wears glasses. I can see him doing that.
But he grew up more. That's what they did. Made their clothes and shit.
That's pretty hipster.
Yeah. Anyway, and so we got talking about it, and I was like, "You need to get back into your RC car. You need to get back into it." So I feel like you started looking, and then kind of dropped out of it a little bit, and you'd start looking.
We also couldn't afford to start. It's $1,000.
It's a very expensive thing to just buy back into.
Yeah.
And we're sitting down here one day, and he pulls it up on eBay, and he's like, I found it. Here it is. I found it, but it's in fucking Texas. Like, I don't know what to do.
And he won't ship it. The dude
I won't ship it. And as he's saying it, I'm like, where is it? And he gives me the name of it, the name of the town, and I pull it up.
Colony.
I pulled it up, and I was like, it's only 13 hours.
And I had already, like, earlier that day, I already looked at the GPS. I'm like, Mandy would never go for this. So I told him, I'm like, yo, I'll meet you halfway, 7.5 hours, you know what I mean? Roughly thereabouts, which I feel like is a pretty reasonable offer. He said, no, won't ship it, won't meet you halfway.
Yeah. Which I honestly, like, I don't blame him.
I was mad about it because the price was so good. He probably has 25 to $3,000.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, it was a good deal for you.
Yeah.
It was not a good deal for him.
No.
To have to drive 7 hours to.
Yeah.
I would
have
been
money.
like, I would have been like, nah, that's all right.
Yeah, I'll just keep it.
I would have done the same thing. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, it's really only 13 hours. I'm like, why don't you just tell him we'll come get it? And he's like, are you for real? What else are we doing?
Right.
Like, what else are we doing? What else is anybody doing right now? Yeah, we'll go get it. And then
I probably talked to him twice a week for weeks to make sure that it was really happening.
That it was like for sure. And I didn't take any days off of work. I still had to work New Year's Eve morning. Like, I didn't take any time off of work because it was still so much of this, like, are we still going to do it? Is it still like, what are we doing? And it got to be literally like 2 days before.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, all right, we're going.
Yeah.
I had to work Thursday. So Wednesday, I'm like going to get an oil change, getting the tires rotated. Like,
we had decided at this point, if it doesn't, like, if this dude, if this all is just bullshit and he's pulling my chain, fuck it, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But so I had to go in just for like a short amount of time Thursday morning. Got home early, and we're like trying to throw some sandwiches together so we can eat something before we get on the road. And he's talking to the guy, and he looks at me. He's like, he can't meet us tomorrow.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
And it took me like 30 seconds. And I'm like, that's fine. See if he can meet us Saturday morning. It's fine. And the guy's like, yeah, I can meet you right away Saturday morning. And so then it didn't really click with us I don't think right away, that like we're going to have a whole full day in Texas.
Whole wide baby. Yeah.
It definitely didn't click.
No, neither of us even thought about it.
No.
Until we were on the, like, well into the road trip.
Not until we were getting dressed Friday morning.
Yeah, did we realize we have a whole day.
And no clothes to wear to do any of these things.
I had like shitty driving jeans and a couple of t-shirts.
I was going to say, I just packed like riding in the car shit.
Yeah, leggings and sweatshirts.
Yeah. Sweatshirts, leggings, pajama stuff. Like, I didn't even think about real clothes.
Nope.
Not even a thought. So we get on the road. I drove first. Honestly, because you were up at 3 a.m., so I thought you were going to sleep.
I did too. I tried real hard.
And you did not try.
I was murdering it on blackjack.
I was going to say you didn't try to sleep.
Nope.
I drove till we got to Kansas City.
And of course, the moment we switched is the moment I started to feel
tired,
like I've been up for 24 hours.
Yeah. But we drove to Kansas City, and so hot chicken is like a thing for Nas.
Oh man.
Tennessee
National hot chicken.
And obviously in Minnesota, it's like
hard to come by.
Real hard to come by. If you're not getting like a chicken tender with buffalo sauce on it.
Yeah. The only place I've ever had in Minnesota that has a hot chicken that was legitimately the best hot chicken I've ever had. There's two of them, and one of them you're not even going to believe because they don't have it anymore. One is Revival, which is like, it's a Southern chef who moved up here, who is not from Minnesota, and like that's his specialty is just fried chicken. That's all he does is fried chicken. And it was one of those things where when you get something like that,
it was something you didn't know you had an obsession for.
I didn't realize it was going to become an obsession.
Yep.
But the second place, believe it or not, was Shake Shack. Shake Shack had a phenomenal, it wasn't as good as Revival.
We were going up to the mall just so you could have one.
Just so I can get it, and then it was gone.
Yeah, and then they just disappeared with it.
Yeah. And it was, I was really upset. Like whatever the fuck I was eating, I don't even remember what I was eating in the booth. I was sitting there, I was upset. I was like, I can't believe. Yeah. Yep. I wanted to contact corporate.
Yeah. So I drove to, so while we're driving into Kansas City, I tell him, find a place that's got hot chicken. Like, we're down south now. I'm sure it's a lot easier to find. I'm sure we're going to get what you're looking for. So we go through a couple of places. He's like looking it up. I'm like, just pick one. Like, it really doesn't matter. Pick one, whatever you think. Like, I'm good with whatever. So we picked this like chicken and waffle place. And we go in and legit we're eating chicken, like it was like Buffalo Wild Wings in a waffle.
In like a waffle cone. Not
Even
a soggy
like you couldn't eat it.
Waffle cone that they just made.
I didn't eat the waffle.
No, and the chicken was like not even
It was
Purdue.
nuggies.
It was chicken nuggets out of a frozen bag.
They were nuggies. If I would have just went and the boys would have ordered nuggies from a restaurant and that's what they got, I'd be like, damn, all right.
Hey, those are delicious.
But to go to a place
that specialized,
it was called Chicken and Waffles.
It was just called Chicken and Waffles,
and the place was busy.
It had fucking Walmart store bought high fructose corn syrup sauce.
And I don't get like super emotional about those kinds of things. I was like, all right, I ate. That was not great, but
we both got pretty upset.
All right. I mean, I feel like it's just like so much more emotional for you.
Yeah, it is.
So that was a bummer. So then after we hit Kansas City, you took over and drove until Oklahoma, like an hour. I think you drove.
No.
No, you drove from dinner time until
4 hours exactly.
Yeah. Dinner time until after New Year's.
And then I started waking up when.
And then, so I took over, and I'm driving, and somebody I think had told you, oh yeah, you guys are going to drive into a storm.
Yeah, J Red called me, and shout out to J Red. He's like, bro, just heads up, you're gonna be driving into a shit storm of fucking
a snowstorm.
A snowstorm, or he said like, I looked it up.
He said a thing,
and I looked, and I specifically said just hardcore rain, a little bit of sleet. I'm like, bro, I'm from the fucking Minnesota, we're fine.
And we're from Minnesota though, so it's like we're gonna drive. You guys are gonna drive into a snowstorm. It's like, oh, okay. And
the difference that we didn't consider was the other drivers.
So I'm driving through Oklahoma City. It's like 1:30 in the morning.
Which there's a lot of traffic. I'll be honest with you. Oklahoma City is a fucking shit show of a city.
But
it's ghetto. Like it's straight. There's some hood areas.
But here's the thing. We're driving down 35 and through Oklahoma City, it's 5 lanes of traffic. And there's not really that many people on the road. I mean, there was people on the road, but not like, it wasn't traffic by any means. But
no, it was.
So before we you were sleeping.
But when I woke up, there was more traffic than I thought there would be.
Yes.
Like way more than I thought there would be at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm driving. I'm like at the beginning of Oklahoma City and it started to rain. So I slowed down a little bit because it's like the middle of the night and it's raining. So I slowed down a little bit, but it's still like cruising along and it starts to snow. But it's not like regular snow. It's really heavy where the flakes are like fucking massive and it's like sticking to the trees and it's so slow down again. But again, like nothing's really sticking to the ground. It's just like on the trees and on the cars. And as I'm driving, there was this like, it kind of looked like a newer, Nas would probably strangle me if he saw me here because I have no idea what kind of vehicle it was, but it looked like a newer like Mustang or something, some kind of like stupid sports rear wheel drive, something or another. And I'm driving and he cuts off in front of me and he slams into the median, does a full 360 and straightens himself out just in time to like veer off to the off ramp on the highway, which just luck. I would say skill, but not at all. But as I'm driving and I watched this car come in front of me and slam into the median, and I was like, holy shit. And Nas is sleeping next to me, whips up and is like, watches the last bit of it. And then through the rest of Oklahoma City, it was like every 3 seconds, maybe, and not even exaggerating. Somebody's in the ditch. Somebody's ran into a sign. Somebody's car is flipped over. So, I mean, it was like literally every
I have most of it on film.
Seconds. There was cars everywhere. I saw more car accidents, like active car accidents,
legitimate
happening in that short distance in Oklahoma City than I've ever seen in my whole life. At one point, they had all 5 lanes of traffic. There was a cop car, and a cop car, like kind of creating a diagonal, like around this accident. There's like bumpers on the road, like part of people's fender.
Parts.
And I looked at him. I'm like, do I drive around this? Like nobody's directing traffic. I looked at him. I was like, do I drive around this? Because it was like just a little bit of shoulder left to kind of go around. It was a mess. But we made it through. Again, I just drove like, not fell back asleep. I just drove like 40 miles an hour. trucked it through.
1 second, Rick.
So finally, I get to the point that I'm starting to doze off. So I pull over at this ghetto gas station because I got to fucking pee and I can't stay awake any longer. I'm going to try and pull over and pee, get him to wake up, just get us to Texas. We were an hour and a half away from our hotel. Of course, I pull into a gas station that's abandoned and closed. I pee on the side of the road. I wake him up and he starts driving. He kind of was like a little zombie-esque, but he starts driving. I fall asleep. And by the time I wake up, we're 20 minutes from the hotel. Apparently, that hour that he drove was a little rough for him. He was really mad at me that we didn't stop. He wanted us to stop in Oklahoma City to spend the night and sleep there. But at that point, I was like, I don't want to have to wake up tomorrow morning and drive another, 2.5, 3, 4 hours, however far we were, to get into Texas. Like, I just wanted to get to Texas and be done with it. But we made it. We got into Texas. We checked into our hotel. By the time we got there, checked in, it was like 5 a.m. when we finally checked in. So we go upstairs, and of course he's like, don't wake me up at fucking 10 o'clock in the morning because I need to sleep. Like, let me sleep. I don't want to have to get up at 10. But we can get up. We'll go find something to do. So we get in the hotel, both of us just like out cold. Wake up the next morning, and like I said, neither of us had really thought about the fact that we were going to end up with this whole day. We've got a whole day in Texas with nothing to do. And all we have is car trip clothes. So we go downtown Dallas, because everybody tells me go downtown to historic Dallas. So we go downtown to historic Dallas. And so we've got homeless people here in Minnesota, like a lot. There's a lot, especially up at my job. And so it's not something I am unfamiliar with by any means. But we parked and we're walking through downtown to get to this little coffee shop we had found. And there was a guy dragging a sleeping bag on the sidewalk. Clearly homeless, dragging a sleeping bag down the sidewalk. And I looked at Nas, I was like, oh my God, he's actually going to just like pull his sleeping bag out and just like sleep on the sidewalk right now. Like, he's actually just like going to lay his sleeping bag down here and just sleep. He didn't fall asleep. He laid his sleeping bag down so he could kneel on the sidewalk to take a piss. Just like in the middle of downtown Dallas. Took a piss. So we went in, got some coffee. I asked the guy behind the counter, where do we find lunch? Where do we go to get lunch? And he tells me, there's a gas station down the street, or there's a gas station outside of town. They've got a great taco shop. Go to the gas station. And I looked at him. I was like,
the moment someone says go to a gas station for tacos, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah. I looked at him. I was like, are we going to the gas station? He was like, we're going to the gas station.
Yep.
So we went to the gas station, got tacos. They were fucking
Because at first he was trying to like
amazing.
play it off like we're tourists. I'm like, no. We're not your average tourists.
He's like, oh, there's this like nice burger place right
Yeah.
here. And there's nice this.
No,
and I was
no.
like, so he sent us over there.
Yeah.
Great. We ordered one of everything off the menu, and I think it was $12.
Oh, it was. Listen, my other obsession, other than like hot chicken for tacos, is pastor. Like any tacos, al pastor is hard to find anywhere. I've had tacos al pastor here in Minnesota that is just fantastic, but it's rare to find them anywhere.
Yeah.
California, I don't care where you are. If they're good, they're good. But 9 times out of 10, like, it's some dude with a shopping cart, a shitty grill. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But even sometimes, even then, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, but it was good.
It was fantastic.
Really good. And
I think you even liked the apple store, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And and then we kind of felt like there was not. So we did drive around for a while because I wanted to find a trading post. I wanted to try to find a trading post. I wanted a new ring or some jewelry, something like some cute turquoise or something. So we drove around Dallas for a while to try and find one and failed miserably.
Yeah.
So finally it was like, all right, let's go over to Fort Worth. And my mom, who has been to Texas before, kept telling us, go to the stockyards, go to the stockyards, go to the stockyards.
Let me preface this by saying, like, I have not only been to Texas, like I basically have spent very large portions of my life in Texas, but not in this part, in El Paso, which is West Texas. It's based, it may as well be a different country in West Texas. West Texas, the culture is so much different than Dallas, Fort Worth area. It's not even the same fucking place.
Anyway, so
with that said, well,
the stockyards.
The stockyards. So like, for me, when we went to Dallas Fort Worth, like I was saying, it was so different. When your mom was suggesting things, I thought it was going to be more. Not that.
Well, I just didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know what to expect. But this is the thing. Like, when my mom was telling us places to go, she's like, oh, it's this really nice high-end steakhouse and blah, blah. Like, that's not what we wanted to see. We wanted to find the fucking gas station tacos and the weird thing that nobody... Like, those are the kinds of things we want to see when we go somewhere.
Right.
So when my mom tells me to go something, I'm like, oh, so it's going to be like the touristy shit. Yeah. But we didn't really know where else to go. No. Like, we didn't have any even direction. So I was like, well, let's just go check it out. Like, I don't know what else we could do. Yeah. So we drive through Fort Worth and we're literally in like the middle, like we're literally in the middle of nowhere, like kind of through this like abandoned industrial area. And I was like, where the fuck are we? But it was actually, you guys, like not even an active like cattle trade.
Like where they would go and buy cattle.
There was like cattle down there. I'm pretty sure people were like
legitimately buying cattle. Like they had
bargaining.
Lined up. Yeah. I'll trade you my sister.
And I think there was some goats down there. I don't know. Something. There was something happening with livestock.
Guys, I just want to make sure that how's the video stream in comparison, not just last week, but like it should be better tonight than it has been ever.
But what they did is they like built, if anybody's been to Wall Drug in South Dakota, that's kind of how it felt. Like they basically built this like fake town around this stockyard, but it had like this huge arena in. I'm sure they do like bull riding and rodeo and all that kind of stuff.
That's smart.
I think that's kind of was my impression of it. They had like a city center. There was like some people playing like some weird country music or something. It was country,
but he was not a good singer, unfortunately.
But there was like restaurants and bars and little shops. And so we actually ended up... Mike said you bought a shop cow.
I bought I would love to have a shop cow.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, I would love to have we would both like to have a miniature cow.
Yeah.
With the ones?
Yeah, they're Down syndrome.
Down syndrome cows. I think you can say that anymore, but I don't think there's any cows that are mad about it.
I don't know. But, and it was actually super cool. Like, I felt like we got to see like a very stereotypical like Texas outing.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably find the same shit in Iowa without the accents.
Maybe. But also very out of place.
We were very out of place.
They were not we were not their people.
Yeah, we're not from around here.
Everybody was wearing a cowboy hat and cowboy boots and bell-bottom jeans and no pants.
Well, they had pants on.
No, the girls were wearing like tiny... Yes. It was cold. You guys, it was 40 degrees and it was fucking cold.
For Texas. Like, for Minnesota,
I was cold.
We were cold because we were expecting the tropics.
I know, but like 40 degrees.
And the dude said, "Is like you guys are here during the 2 days out of the entire year that it's below 50 or 60, in the winter." I have to say that. I have to say this. Mandy and I both took notice. The ass game in Texas
is different.
Listen, I've always been proud. I like me corn-fed country girls, right? Big booty, big thighs. But Texas does it bigger. It's ridiculous. I didn't even notice till Mandy did. She's like, "Are you something?" Like, yeah, I'm aware.
It's crazy.
The mall that we went to was like the most out of place thing I've ever felt.
It was like an actual high end mall. It had like a Louis Vuitton and a Gucci and an Neiman Marcus
and $100K a year per person.
The whole time we were, I was like, "What the fuck? Who are these people?"
Yeah, well, every person here is wearing like Yeezys and real ones.
Yeah, it was
real
crazy.
Yeezys. Do any of you guys work for a living? What the fuck are you doing?
David Dennis said it's where they hold the stock show and the rodeo.
Yeah, so it's like Minnesota State Fair, but different.
Kind of.
But small, but they do theirs for real.
Yeah, but here I am in leggings and a sweater.
Yeah.
And Nas has got on jeans and a sweatshirt. and we're walking around, and it finally, because it actually had like a rodeo or something going on that night, so
No, they were
it started
doing
to
they were
get.
selling. They were legit sell.
I don't know. They had something going on in their arena. There was a lot of people
right
entering in to buy tickets for something.
Was it? I don't think it was a rodeo.
I don't know. I think it might have been because there was like people just like dressed to go observe things.
And it was the couples were hilarious because like it's of course not common to see like this is gonna sound fucked up, but it don't mean it to sound fucked up. You'll understand what I mean in a second. Like you don't stereotypically see a redneck, big booty white woman with an accent as thick as the day is long, with a not redneck Mexican dude who's about to jump on a bull type shit.
Oh, yep.
Which is almost, I don't know, 25% of the couples. That's exactly, it was platinum blonde chicks with bedazzled jeans. Apparently, Texas still hasn't got the memo that bedazzled jeans
they're still doing that there.
15 years out of date.
They're still doing bedazzled jeans with white stitching.
Okay, Crawford, Sir Crawford. I got you, bro. Should we just we're
almost there. We're almost there.
Rick.
We're almost there.
I'll tell you the whole story surrounding it. It's this crazy fucking. If you're into RCs, I know Rick is. If you're into RC cars, this is like the holy grail moment.
So it started to get too busy, and we were like, all right, I'm done. We're out of here. Yep. We gotta.
But it was a blast.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was. I don't know what else we would have done. Like there was nothing.
I'm happy. No, I'm really happy we took your mom's recommendation.
Yes, I am too. Because we actually felt like we, instead of just like driving around looking for something to do,
mingled with folk we didn't belong with.
Yeah. Yep. And then so we went back and found, I wanted pizza so bad. So we found this little pizza place next to our hotel. Cute. And it was super good. It
was cute. It was adorable.
The people were, you guys, the hospitality, the people were so nice in Texas.
The people that don't look like they should be nice.
So nice.
Extra nice. Minnesota's way nicer though. I'm just saying it because that's a slogan.
So I think Minnesota's are like genuinely. Where in Texas, it was one of those things where it was like, I think you're being nice to me, but it was a lot of honey sweetheart.
Like you're not from here. I feel bad for you.
So I'm like, I mean, I appreciate it.
And you do because you don't like a lot of times like you can mix in with almost any crowd, right? Like we can go to, but you can't put on a fake Southern accent and you can't put on bedazzled jeans and pretend you're. No. I mean, I can because I'm a master at accents, but. What the fuck experience do we have at that pizza shop? Oh, it was we're pretty sure, both sure that it was the owners, right? The woman and the man were the older couple. Look, they probably retired and just wanted to open up a pizza shop. It was adorable.
Yeah, it was cute. It was good. Yeah. It was good. And we went back to the hotel. We had bought like this super cute card game at TJ Maxx. We played some cards. We watched a shitty movie about submarines.
It was an Alien remake. I watched basically the whole thing.
I did not. But I wanted fucking In-N-Out so bad. So bad. I was Ray, if you're here, I already had my order. I was getting animal fries and an animal style cheeseburger, and I was ready. I was gonna smoke schmeed and
you're gonna get Italian.
And I was gonna eat In-N-Out. I think I talked about it a couple of times during the day, like absolutely. How excited I was about it.
I'm more excited about Jack in the Box personally.
So we get to the hotel, Uber Eats, and we had been drinking.
Significantly.
Not like too much to have been
to drive
to get into a vehicle drive. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, none of them would deliver In-N-Out to our hotel.
It was depressing. Now secretly I was excited because I prefer Jack in the Box. I'm a Jack in the Box type of
No,
gal.
It was not good.
It was probably one of the best fast food burgers I've ever had in my life.
So we ordered Jack in the Box.
Did you just skip right over the fact that I just said it was one of the best hamburger experiences I've ever had in a fast food restaurant?
Yeah.
Which one would we get? It was delicious. It had garlic butter on it. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. The loaded fries. Tots were fine. I ate my loaded tots. Yeah, but you don't get
loaded tots in Texas. You get that here in the Midwest.
Oh, so then
you would also smoked yourself to the point of.
But when I found out I couldn't get In-N-Out, I was like, I am honest. I didn't even give it a chance.
I know.
I was just mad.
But if you knew that Jack in the Box was, never mind.
I was just mad. Anyway,
to me, In-N-Out is pretty. I just don't like lettuce. I don't like fucking ketchup.
Like a greasy.
That we legit got the epitome of a greaseball burger.
I did not.
Mine was so good. It was hard. It was like after I was done, I was still searching for that bite. Hence, I ate another bag of Fritos and hot sauce.
Yeah. Anyway,
I wish you had the same experience I did. We had great
Anyway.
sex. It was phenomenal.
Yep.
We fucking the card game that you thought I was gonna be amazing at. You murdered it.
yeah, but I did better than I thought I was going to.
You
We
did
got
great.
Jackass.
Yeah, Jack. It was fun.
It's like taboo. Is that what it is? Where there's like a word on the top, but you can't say the 5 words that are underneath it. You have to try and make the person guess what it is. But it's like, who am I? Where am I? What am I?
That type of shit.
That kind of stuff. It was fun. We had a good time.
Anyway, next morning.
Next morning, got up.
So real quick, I didn't think that I was gonna get the car. I didn't think I was gonna get the truck.
No, oh my god! The whole time we were down there, he hasn't texted me. He texted me. He texted him. He's like, I asked for his address. So he didn't give me his address. And I was like, he said he was fucking busy today. Like, chill out.
Yeah, but he said that the day before. So
chill out.
So I got his address
So
eventually.
finally, he texted him his address. I was like, I fucking told you. We went and picked it up.
So I saw that he looked exactly like I hoped he would, but I knew he was Asian, so I knew he was going to take the pandemic real seriously. I'm just saying. Does that make sense? I don't know what it is. Asians like are real about that life, which you should be anyway. But I told Mandy, what did I tell you before we even got there? His last name was Ming. So what did I say? Please tell me what I said.
I don't remember.
I said I'm going to have to wear a mask. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
And I went to shake dude's hand. He wouldn't shake my hand. He just gave me elbow. It was elbows. It was all about those elbows. Or no, fist bump. It was a fist bump. I walked in. I was like, all right, well, I'm bigger than him. If he tries to murder me, I'll fuck some shit up. Unless he's got like 12 people inside. And then I fucking looked down and there it was. And every single bit of this dude screamed he's an engineer. They lived like a very, what is that called? Like
they lived
gated?
in a,
It was not gated, but gated. It was like a development.
you called the houses something. They were all
brownstones. Yeah, like
a
very
whole
white baby bro.
development of just those things.
Of like very expensive houses. Like it's in they're expensive, but in cookie cutter fashion.
Yep.
Probably like $600,000-$700,000 houses, but they all look the same. So like to me, it's not impressive. But I walked in and it was everything that I saw in the pictures and then some. The dude had full blown. He said he's got all of a tank and a half of gasoline through it, and that was it. And he's like, I built it with my son, and he doesn't like loud noises, so I don't use it ever. So to make a long story short, I paid roughly $800, not including gas if you want to put that in there, but like $800. And without exaggeration, just the carbon fiber brakes alone were $240. Like the tires, the trenchers are another $100. Like the dude went all out in the same way that I would have. And I even to the point where I told Mandy, I was like, I'm a little bit sad because like there's nothing really left for me to do to it. But that's, whatever.
You'll figure it out. You'll find.
Yeah, I'll find something. I'll probably send a bunch of parts to Palmer's Power, to be honest with you, just to get them painted. But I've got the truck sitting behind me. I know Rick wanted to see. So Rick Crawford. No, I brought something for scale just so you can know like the size of the trucks that I built.
It's not going to fit on the table. You're just going to have to hold it up.
Well,
You're not going to be able to see it.
I bet you they will. Just move
Just hold it up.
So this is for scale. So this is your average 1/10 scale size hobby grade stadium truck. This right here, this is Associated Old School, is a T3 right here. It's beautiful normal size 1/10 scale track truck. Mike, by the way, is in RC. Now this is just for scale references. So again, just for scale size, this is like your normal hobby grade stadium truck, right? Like Traxxas, Rustler, etc. Why is it not coming out?
Because you're stuck there.
I knew I was stuck. I was asking why. Everything from the cracking cage to...
Did you do this little scuff on the front here?
No. No, I have no hours in it at all. Everything to the exhaust. Although I'm gonna swap out the exhaust of the DDM down to your D2 or whatever the fuck, etc. But it went through everything, like I said, all the way to carbon fiber disc brakes, 3 of them, which is fantastic. Let me just show the engine off quick. It's the stock original year 2005
Oh my god, they want you to get a T-Rex painted on it.
or 6. Oh, I will. 2005 or 6 original motor, less than 15 or 20 minutes on it. Which, of course, I'm replacing anyway. Watch out, there's still gas in it. Original like the stickers haven't even been hot enough to melt off of the motor yet. Like it's brand. He built it from fucking scratch. Well, from a SS kit, and just went ham on it, and then didn't use it. Which I'm perfectly okay with. Like,
I know,
fine.
but like when he said my son thinks it's too loud, like we definitely went through that.
Yeah, our oldest son thinks like my RC cars are too loud.
He's still like, if we're gonna go to anything that's got too much noise, like I have earplugs that I carry around in my purse.
For me and
I was gonna say I get it.
Like when I go to concerts and shit, I do not like I always have my earplugs in, always. Hardcore believer in hearing protection.
So Rick Crawford sent you an email and he says that his is bigger than yours.
He has a Raminator though. Raminator is a 1/4 scale almost.
Oh wow.
It's also $3,200 for a starting.
Yeah.
It's like one of my dream trucks, but even if I have the money, it's one of those things where like I don't know that I want to invest.
Yeah.
Just to start, you know what I mean? I'm talking parts of here. Ram.
So we picked it up, and it was everything he wanted and expected, and he was kind of skeptical. He kept saying, "He's like, if it's not exactly what he said, I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
I'm not buying it. Just let you know, I'm not going to hesitate to tell him no." Okay.
That's the truck there. You can't really get scale, but like, it's about the size of Rocky.
So you could like sit in it.
Oh shit! Yeah, $200 shipping. So
yeah,
but you get $200 off if you pre-order now. But I believe me, bro. I've been looking at it.
And the guy Nas comes out. He goes, "So he told me Traxxas is on our way home."
Yep, and it was definitely. I was shaking.
So we went.
Yes, we went to Traxxas headquarters,
and it was a tiny little shop.
Yep, but the huge facility.
The building was huge. Like as we were driving by, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yep.
But I think the actual store was like the size of the studio.
So that's his wife, Jem, and that's the size of the truck. Yeah, the tires are like this.
Yeah.
I think you put a basketball next to the tires are roughly the same size. Yeah.
Yeah. So we stopped at Traxxas on the way back, and we were gonna stop and get me in and out on our way out of Texas, and we left Texas way sooner than I thought we were going to.
What?
We left Texas quicker than we anticipated. You said you would turn around to get me in and out, but at that point I was like,
oh, that's right. No, I for sure I would absolutely have turned around for you.
Yeah, but instead we went to
Rick,
Buckeyes.
I'm email, bro. Bucky's.
Why do you keep I keep saying that's
maybe that's sort of thing now.
It's just called a Buckeyes.
Yeah,
Bucky's.
Yeah, he's got the Raminator right there.
Right inside. Holy shit!
Yeah, he's the one that told me that there were $200 off the for pre-order. But no, the Raminator is like my dream truck, dude. But at the same time, listen, I'm willing to spend good money on like my hobbies, but $3,200 is just a little, like all at once. I spent exactly $3,200 on my Baja.
Yeah, but over time,
over fucking almost 3 years of building.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, literally, you guys, that's what we did. We went down, we drove down, we picked it up, and we turned around and came home.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, we stopped at.
It was one of the best fucking road trips ever, though.
Bucky's. Yeah. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a gas station. But
here's the deal: Mandy has never seen. So she's like, "It's not a gas. It's not that big. It's not a gas." You don't understand, Mandy.
No, once I went in,
No. That's not a Bucky's. That was a small.
Yeah.
I don't know how. David's the only one that can explain it. I just typed in David. Look.
Oh yeah.
Bucky's largest gas. I went through it and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to wake Mandy up. Or not wake Mandy, but so she can see. But you never got to see it. That's what it looks like.
Oh.
From my aerial view, that's what it looks like. It's in like let me see here. There's got to be a better because there's nothing to scale. Yeah. This is like what we went to, which is essentially what we went to.
Yeah.
The one I'm talking about was 3 rows this way, 3 rows this way, It was a giant, like mega fucking mall version of a.
Oh, David said, haha, Buc-ee's is the shit. And I
Dude,
wanted.
it was fantastic.
So before we got In and Out, I really wanted a breakfast burrito. Well, guess what I got when we went to Buc-ee's?
Oh, and it was good
Some
too.
fucking really delicious breakfast burritos.
Some old white folks cooking it, and it was still delicious.
That was so good. It was cool. It was cool to see. And then we drove home a completely different way that was actually way better.
So much. It was
It's
like
so
the
much
old
better.
way.
We like got to actually see like how fucking ghetto Oklahoma is.
God,
and
ghetto. I mean, Oklahoma is not a nice state.
folk.
It's po folk. Like it's
Like
not
there
that
was
it's
campers on the side of the road, just like with people
just
like
living in them.
like clotheslines.
Look, between here's a camper, here's an RV clothesline, and the house is like abandoned, but they just kept the property. Well, to be honest, the RV is probably way nicer inside anyway.
Yeah, but it was interesting. But on the way home, you guys, I've been telling everybody about our podcast we listen to, and I think I need to finish it without you.
No, what?
Okay.
Which one?
Our Black Dahlia podcast?
It's not done?
I don't think so.
If it's not, okay, do it.
I don't know if it is or not. I'll have to look. But I wanted to listen to a story podcast on our way home. So I researched it and I found one.
Hold on, Rick. You could also I could legitimately put a 75cc twin motor in my Baja. Like you're talking about a stock Baja. When I'm done with mine, I'm gonna have I already have my Kraken extension arms and my extended the extended A arms and also a 4-inch extension for the chassis, etc. My truck is the same size as your Raminator when mine got stolen. This is just a stock size. Just I promise you, I doubly promise. I've also got 9-inch tires on the way, so you calm your tits. Like I said, I can't afford no fucking $3,200 off the bat just to fucking buy a truck.
Yeah.
But eventually, give me till summer. I promise. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So I've been telling everybody about this because I thought it was an excellent podcast.
Yeah.
So we found this podcast and
It was fantastic. It was about Black Dahlia, but it wasn't about her.
So it was about Black Dahlia, but it wasn't about Black Dahlia. It was actually about the guy who was suspected. I say suspected, he fucking did it, but he died before anybody could prove it. Suspected of killing the Black Dahlia and his family's story. And it's fucked up. It's a fucked up story.
We both called it from the second or first episode.
Yeah.
We both called the ending.
I think I said it out loud. And the next episode, you're like, you're right.
Yeah.
It was more fucked up than I thought it was going to be.
Should we just tell everybody? Like, spoiler alert, fucking no one who listens to that podcast.
I was going to say, I don't know if you guys are looking up. Listen, and even if you know, I mean, because I knew right away.
Yeah, the first episode
was like,
you'll guess. But
so it was about this guy. Was his name George?
George. Hodel. Holy
it was
fuck,
Hodel.
good memory.
But I can't remember what the guy's name is. But so really what happened is
George Hodel.
George Hodel.
Dr. George Hodel.
Yes. George Hodel killed the Black Dahlia. And come to find out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Fucking allegedly.
And
now the other shit that's pretty fucking
and
certain.
there also is suspected that he was actually a serial killer.
Yeah.
Because there was some evidence to prove that he did other things too. But what happened is, so his son, the detective, and after his dad died, his dad committed suicide via pills. Like he killed himself in a he basically committed medical suicide on himself.
Oh, that's right. He overdosed.
Yeah. And after he died, somebody had brought some evidence to him, to the detective's son, that was like, hey, your dad killed the Black Dahlia. So it started off as he was trying to prove everybody wrong. There's no way my dad didn't do this. So the podcast starts off. So this guy started this journey as trying to prove them wrong that his dad didn't do it. Well, turns out he actually started then proving that it actually was his dad who did it. And it's just like a really, really fucked up backstory about some real he kind of had he kind of ran a sex cult and did some fucked up shit to his kids and then his kids did some fucked up shit to their kids, and it just is like a huge family mess. But if anybody's looking for a good podcast to listen to, I'm sure if you typed in Black Dahlia, you could find, I don't know what the name of it is, but I'm sure if you typed it in, you could find it.
It's also one of those things where, like, so I've never been like Mandy's more, actually, I'm more of a true crime buff than you are, but you listen better than I do.
So you like to listen to like one episode,
boom, done
stories.
Yeah.
I want to listen to
a series.
Us like I keep saying progressive because I feel like
I typed in progressive
and that
podcast.
was
It's
not-
not what I thought it was.
don't type in progressive podcast because that's not what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But I wanted like a story, like start to finish, but like through several episodes, like a huge underlying backstory. That's exactly what we got.
Much more into a one. I want them to be. I want them to be a couple hours long because I'll listen to a couple hour podcast in one sitting, but not a sitting, but like doing shit. But I don't have the attention span.
But you did good.
No, I loved it.
I fell asleep and you woke up and you're like, oh, thank God, now we can listen to the next episode.
Yeah, I know, because I wanted to keep going. Especially the way home. The ride home was so different. It was so nice.
It was a really nice drive home.
5 hours was excellent, but then I had to poop. I was on the way there. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
When we checked into the hotel, he was being a dick.
Yeah, I was like, can you fucking hurry up, dude? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, you were being mean to me when you were checking into the hotel.
Well, I don't regret it. I'm sorry. And I appreciate you like letting me go in for. You did all the right things.
I know.
Yeah, you did all the right things, and I made my own squatty potty as I usually do because I hate stupid hotel toilets.
What did we eat on the way home? Oh, we stopped at that burger place on the way home.
Yeah, it was all right. Every chicken there had giant ass too, but it was. Missouri's also super fucking ghetto. Like, not ghetto in a nice way, like ghetto in like dun, 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 dun.
It was not nice. I did not enjoy Missouri, except I had the best ice cream I've ever eaten from a Baskin Robbins at a gas station.
That's right, and no masks.
No masks.
The mask situation in Texas was super impressive.
From what I've heard, it's only that way in the cities. Like, apparently rural Texas does not abide by those rules.
Well, I do. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's just what I heard.
I want to buy a mask that says fuck you in your normal face or fuck you in your naked face or something stupid like that.
Oh, there you go.
Fucking naked face. Fuck your naked face with a pee-pee on it. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, Ninjas. P.S. I gotta just touch on this. We have exponentially done better in more views, more ad revenue, more super chats, more watch time, and more click-through impressions in the past 5 or 6 videos than we have in the past 2 years. I've never seen a 40% jump on every single analytic.
So can I say
Thank you guys,
that I had a feeling this was going to happen. I think I even said it out loud to you. That when the whole e-liquid thing happened and it was like such a hot topic, I think everybody freaked out and like it just turned into such a thing. Now nobody gives a fuck about flavored e-liquid. Like people now can just like go back to their normal shit, normal thing. YouTube can go back to like putting ads on things.
No.
I think that there's something to say about.
No, I think you're really actually like kind of. No, I think you're undercutting me.
No.
Like, I'm saying my new style of review.
No, I definitely think that's the case too. But I also think
there's no two. I just think that is the case. Period. Because the flavored e-liquid thing was never an issue.
That doesn't have anything to do with your ads.
No, it's not the ads. It's the view count.
I was talking specifically about the ads.
But the ads are only reflective of the view count and watch time.
Oh, I thought the ads had to do with content.
No, ads
okay.
only.
Well, I take that back.
They do. If you have like an example, if you have a financial YouTube channel, talks about money, it's actually funny because you make the most money.
No, but like I'm saying that I thought because vaping was such a controversial topic, they cut all the ads.
They do. They're not cut. They're limited.
But are they less limited now?
Nope. Actually, they're worse off now than they were.
Oh, well, then I take that back. I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, but that's what I was trying to say. Was that it's not the. I'm saying that the engagement ratios, engagement view time, views, and the most important things are those like views, like subscribers, for example, don't matter. Subscribers have nothing to do with ads and shit.
Okay.
It's views, or excuse me, it's watch time, and then it's views, click through impressions, super chats during live streams, likes in particular, or dislikes. It doesn't matter either one.
Yeah,
just engagement, likes or dislikes, and then the biggest one, of course, like I said, watch time. And because what YouTube only cares about is YouTube cares about whether or not you're staying on their platform.
So I thought that because this was such an issue, like it was such a hot topic for a minute, that YouTube was like shadow banning anything that had to do with it.
That's a little bit different topic. So in terms of quote unquote shadow banning and stuff, they don't call it shadow banning. They call it suppressed, or they call it they have to be registered YouTube users in order to be for the videos to show up in suggested videos. Now I don't know. No, that's confirmed, but like the whole shadow banning thing is still quote unquote like kind of conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been proof on like Twitter and Instagram that shadow banning has happened. Like it's been like screenshotted and proof, like interactions between, like, say, an influencer and a Instagram representative, right? I haven't seen one on YouTube with that, but there's absolutely 100% positively suppression of suggested videos, which is where the most views come from for every YouTuber on the planet. You want to see these right on the right hand side, these videos on the right. You want to end up in those. Do you see this little live now?
You want to be in like
exactly. You want to end up in the suggested videos. And I just saw yesterday or last night that one of the videos was the reflex.
No way.
Was in the. I was just surprised. I was like, holy fuck, that's amazing.
That's a good job.
Thank you. But it's when there's a microphone in front of me, I feel way more comfortable when it's just me and the camera. I legitimately like the new style of review is where it's at.
Yeah. No, it's been great.
And usually I would agree with you on that shit like that, but like this time, like I know.
No, I thought you were talking. Yeah, no, I thought we were
telling something different.
Yeah. Because
it was good.
No, because at work, like people. Because at work, when people ask me what you do, if it's somebody I don't know, I usually say that you work from home. It's like, oh, he works from home.
Thank you, Chris.
Because vaping is such like a misunderstood.
Just say what I say. Like, I'm a YouTuber. What do you review? Electronics.
Oh, okay. Well, I can say that. I'll say that. I don't have a problem with that. But for the people who do know, everybody's like, how's it going? How's everything doing? Like, is it getting better? And in that sense, I'm like, yeah, it is getting better. Like for a while there, it was like.
Well, now with the male vape ban, it's a little bit like even Squid Industries is going out of business, which blew my fucking mind because Squid, like to me, do you remember Mom's mod that got stolen at the fair?
Yeah.
That mod, the double barrel, like they sold so many. I thought dude was going to be set for life. The detonator, same thing. Double barrel 2.0, same thing. But they're going out of business because of, in part because of the whole USP vape mail ban.
Yeah.
But I don't know the details. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not kept up on it like I should. I should probably read way more into it.
I'm sure we could have Andrew on one night and he could get us all caught up on where all that stuff is at.
Yep. Andrew just asked about. So just to reiterate, guys, we will be at NVE. It come March. What was it, March 3rd?
Yes.
Something like that.
That the weekend, whatever weekend falls around the first weekend of March.
Do you have liquid in there?
No.
Neither of those?
No.
Liquid anywhere?
No.
I think oh fuck, I don't know. I thought it was out. So even with your books, have they improved? Oh,
I know.
Is it good or bad?
It's fine.
Spicy. What is it?
Spicy pineapple. There's nothing spicy about it. Oh, you can finish.
Horrible.
I know. You can finish telling everybody we're going to be. What were you saying about Andrew? Because we're going to be at MVE.
So big shout out to Bright Consultants. Bright Consulting. He's the one that's sponsoring me and the militia and the trip to go out to NVE in Connecticut come first weekend in March, was it?
First weekend in March.
First weekend in March. So if you are there, I will be there. If you're part of the militia, we will have a militia house as far as I know. but that's no.
I was gonna say
It's going to be real cool, calm, collected this time about because of the pandemic situation. I want my fucking shot. I want my shot. I want it now.
your shot.
COVID shot.
Oh, it's like I have no idea what you're talking about. So, but yeah, we could have Chris on one night. That's not a bad idea anyway for us to have Chris. Not Chris.
Christmas?
I was looking at Chris Vapes.
Thank you so much, Yanni. In my pants. Keep it in your pants.
Have Andrew on one night just to get us caught up on where all that stuff is at.
We'll have him on.
Anyway, yeah.
Keep going, baby. For the trip.
What was it?
I feel
good. It was great. It was like the only time we have been somewhere solo
with really no agenda, but to literally go, quote unquote, like not shopping, but like go pick up a product, bring it home. That it wasn't drugs. It sounds a little sketchy. Oh, it was the morning of. It was the morning of that I knew I had to poop.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I went. Where did we stop? Where I ended up by pooping
at a gas station.
A gas station?
Yep.
Where?
I don't remember because you were really excited that it was a nice gas station that you had your own individual stall.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Nope, now I remember.
Yeah.
It was a horrible experience, but it was semi-private. Like it was like more of a British style bathroom. You guys have no idea. I don't fucking know how truckers do it, dude.
Captain Sonier said people really sit and listen to this.
Who?
Captain Sonier?
Sonia, people really sit and absolutely they do, bro.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
You can stay if you want.
You can stay if you want. If you don't like it, you can always turn it off. Hit the dislike button. That always that actually helps. That actually helps with the analytics. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Where we getting up?
Oh, it was the first time we had gone solo
anywhere.
Normally we're like meeting up with somebody at ECC or NVE, or we're flying to meet somebody, or we're going on vacation with somebody, or we're like, it has never happened that it's just been you and I.
No.
And it was great.
The last time we went anywhere, and listen, we both kind of decided we'll never go back to Texas unless we have some, like, not Texas, but to that area.
Yeah.
It was super fucking industrial. It was industrial. It was industrial, and it was like super, that dude pissed on himself, kind of weirded me out. Did you talk about that?
Yes, I did.
What the fuck happened?
I thought he was going to lay on a sleeping bag, and then he peed upstream.
It looked like he was about to give someone a blowjob. He kneeled down and peed up the sidewalk.
It was so gross.
Up the hill. Like, it came back down.
I talked about it all day because I couldn't.
No, yeah, Mandy kept bringing it up. Like, this fucking dude's just pissing on himself.
Yep.
What possesses you? He was like a young dude, too. He could have been more than, like, what, 27?
Yeah, he was under
30 for sure.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you have so much more to look forward in life other than piss.
Yeah.
And then laid in the sleeping bag. Just like chilled right there.
Yeah, it was not nice.
What do you think gets people to that point?
Drugs.
I disagree.
Mental health.
Mental health. I want to hear from the comments. You guys, is it drugs or is it mental health? I feel personally,
both.
I feel like drugs have much I know way more people like I know successful people who are legitimately do crack as a, what is that called? Recreational drug. And they're successful. And they've done this literally over Teddy. I literally just heard from Teddy not that long ago, maybe a year. Doing fantastic. He's doing fantastic. I should not have said his name. And he does a recreational drug or two. Thank you so much, Joshua. Charity's running excellent. I appreciate it, bro. 100%. Mental health and drugs. I think so too. Yeah. Bob said mix of both. I really genuinely still think it's mostly mental health. And I think it's probably, I was going to say like depression, anxiety type shit a lot. But one of the biggest ones was schizophrenia.
I was just going to say that.
Do you know how fucking rampant that is? I had no idea that schizophrenia was a problem.
I didn't either.
It's in the single digits of percentages amongst the whole population.
Wait, what?
It's in like the single percentages amongst the population.
I would have thought it would have been more than that.
Really? No, but
I thought it would have been more than single digits.
No, single digits population as an overall, but I'm talking about like homeless population. It's like something like 20%.
And alcohol. I think alcohol just falls into.
Well, alcohol is drugs.
Yeah.
Drug.
I think it all just falls into the same category.
So drug is anything that alters your state of being, isn't it?
The trifecta
of what?
drugs, alcohol, and mental health.
No, because drugs and alcohol are the same thing.
No, I know, but
It's legitimately. Let me look this up. Schizophrenia. I want to guess. It's spelled schizophrenia.
not.
I was super close.
No, you were not.
I was Mandy. Schizophrenia.
No.
I literally spelled SCHIT schizophrenia. It's schizophrenia, homeless population.
Yes, David said, and the staggering number of vets that are on the streets.
100%. A lot of them dealing with PTSD. A lot of them have, let's see, scholarly articles for homeless. No. Andy, what's your guess? 20. So I was right. Yeah, 20%. It's 20%. That's what I read too before.
Oh,
so
that makes sense. You said single digits
amongst the entire population, 20% amongst homeless population.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So like, because when I think about like a homeless person, I think about like what movie was that? Home Alone or some shit, like fucking schizophrenic, talking to themselves in the alleyway, jerking off while reading a Bible. You know what I mean? No?
I don't know what you're getting at.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to get a headache, and so
Are you all right?
my focus is.
I want to fuck super bad,
shot.
so do not get a headache.
I've had one since we started.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I want to go play with my truck. All right, guys. I feel like this is a phenomenal first back episode of 2020. Is this
Welcome 2021.
Welcome 2021.
Let's get through the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks, son. Can we get some likes and dislikes in this bitch real quick before we leave? I don't want to leave here until we get 27 dislikes or 27 likes. Actually, whatever, it just has to add up to 27.
As soon as we're done with these next 2 weeks, we feel like we can fucking all move on with our lives.
For sure. For sure. Come on, Ricky.
I'm taking my eyelashes off.
Mental health leads people to do drugs. The Candace. Oh, man, it get well so cute. Candace, can I ask a personal question?
Oh.
What? Oh, don't do it. I want Candace to be a part of the core militia. I tell her story on a very regular basis in the militia Zooms. Oh, I want to take that off. That she was, I believe she was the first or one of the very first Patreon members I've ever had. Mm-hmm. But she's also by far and away the most aggressively inconsistent Patreon members we've ever had. Because she will join on a very... right out of absolutely nowhere and then leave the next month to come back 2 weeks later. But it's not because of that. I want her as a core member of the militia. I'm saying it right now, Candace. We need you in the core group. She's also a Green Bay Packers fan. Actually, I don't know if we need her in the core group. We've got 2 of those already. I'm upset about that as it is.
Will never got the notification.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You should just know it's 9 p.m.
Well, last week we didn't have internet, so that's not as...
Amy, why are you hurt? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I would refund it. I hate that shit. They did that to me with TRV crew. Really? They charged, there was a triple charge of my fucking account for 1 month. What? Look at your nipples?
No, I look up. I'm getting my sleeve finished in March.
Yeah, Amy, I just told you that I didn't say she was. I said she was the first or one. No, I'm actually almost sure she was the first.
I think so too.
Yeah, don't be offended. No, you were one of the first people.
Look at how much different I look when I take my eyelashes off. It's like a whole different person.
It's a whole different person. It's a whole white baby. You do look way whiter. Not whiter. You look way more ghostly.
Amy said because she was one of the first people on your Patreon.
You were. So was Ray. So like there's a whole bunch of people that were one of the firsts. But I think Candace was the first ever. In fact, I think she joined at the $20 tier because I sent her that badass fucking build mat out of wood. It took me a fucking 6 months to get it to her, but she got it. She got it. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when I built that? And I thought that I was going to be able to do that for every person.
Yep.
It took me weeks.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. You're like, I think I'm going to be every $20.
And I was coming to find out that's not a good idea.
No.
I also, but my heart was in the right place, was it not?
It was.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Put your lashes back on.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm ready to go wash my face and lay down.
All right, guys. Amy, I love you so much. Hold on. Let's see. The support reasons. Oh, I appreciate the hell out of that, Miss Candace. But I want you, Amy. Amy, don't be. I don't know why she was hurt by that. I'm sorry. You were one of the first, and I appreciate the fuck out of you. I just want. There's a very specific, especially with the beginning of my YouTube channel. Like I want to collect all of those friends, and I want them to all know each other. I cannot control, and I've learned this lesson real quick, that you cannot control whether or not people like each other. That's a different story all by itself.
Mhm.
But can't you just come together like, oh, we all enjoy this dude's fucking videos?
Yeah, I know, but your core group is a lot more than, oh, we just enjoy watching your videos.
The core group it's a family. It is we have fucking paid bills of other people's. We have, oh man, I feel so gangster about that shit.
Oh, Perry wants to know when the mystery packs are going on.
Perry, financially speaking, we have been amazing in terms of like bills. However, this is by far and away the brokest month in terms
Give
of
us
cash.
February, please.
So we have had to catch up on bills. We've caught up on bills, but until I have paid from either sponsors and or what is it called? Patreon on the 1st, these packages are sitting right there, my good sir. And I promise you, everyone's getting some cool extra shit. I always make those packages worth the wait. So, and you know that. Everyone knows that. Let's see. Yeah, the core is the glue. 100%. 100%. With that said, guys, this is amazing first time back. I'm horny. She's got a headache. We can only take care of one thing at the same time. We can't do it on camera. So with that said, bitches, I appreciate you guys for vaping with these. Is your boy, this we're out. Hold on. I forgot how to end it. I want you to talk for a little bit because I legitimately forgot how to end our live stream.
It's not on there. It's on the other page, I think.
No.
Where you put this back and forth things on there.
Literally, baby. Oh, I found it. Sorry, guys.
There we go.
It's been like 6 weeks. Bitch. Oh my God. We're at 8 minutes watch time. Bitches. Wow, that's phenomenal. With that being said, I want to tell you that I appreciate y'all vaping with these. It is your boy, Thesis. We're out.